We were talking about George Clooney. We were talking about George Clooney, and it so happens, thanks to Bark Jack for this uh, excellent coverage. In case you missed it, George and Amal Clooney hosted Albie Awards in New York, and many big names attended to support them. Emily Blunt and John Krasinski. I love Emily Blunt, by the way. Kate Moss, Donatella Versace, Daniel Craig and Rachel Weisz, Cindy Crawford and Randy Gerber, and Matt Damon and Luciana Barroso, and more. Photo from Getty. They were absolutely stunning, especially Amal. Whoa, what a smile. So, the second annual Albie Awards, and I'm mentioning this is because, of course, the duo, but bear with me. The second annual Albie Awards was hosted by Amal and George Clooney, who established the Clooney Foundation for Justice in 2016. The awards, named after Justice Albie Sachs for his pivotal role in ending apartheid in South Africa, celebrate individuals who have worked for justice at all costs. And my question is, if this is inspired of a role ending apartheid in South Africa, why isn't Meghan featured prominently in here? I mean, the history of Meghan and South Africa is so intertwined, is so close together. It's such a miss that Meghan was not here. I don't understand. I'm baffled. No, really. I'm trying to wrap my head around this. And Donatella Versace was there. I already mentioned. And she has launched, by the way, a multi-year partnership with the Clooney Foundation for Justice in support of the Albie Awards, also known as the Albies. And you can remember, by the way, now that we're talking about Donatella. Donatella was there, and you can remember that back in March, I made a video about this event. It was a Los Angeles fashion show in March. And yes, it was in Los Angeles. It was all these Meghan friends attended, and Meghan wasn't there. And everybody was asking, did Donatella snub Meghan back then? Oh, well, the problem is that we are mentioning Meghan over and over again. And I'm sure like George Clooney is going to say, who is this Meghan that you're talking about? Who the F is Meghan? I should do a re-release of that shirt. Who the F is Meghan? By the way, we're also Alicia Keys back there and in that event. It was this actor. Sorry, I forgot. Viola Davis. Yeah, Viola Davis was already there. I remember that TV series, How to Get Away with Murder. At least the first season was very good. I did not watch any other season beyond that, but the first season was quite good. Viola Davis, by the way, talking about Viola Davis, back in 2020, in January, was fresh off Brexit. Viola Davis would totally be down to work with Meghan Markle if the Duchess returned to acting. So that's her word. Maybe she is still up for it. I think she is still up for it. I think Viola could be a great Oprah, and if reenacting that Oprah interview. We have made that joke many times. Viola could do Oprah for that reenacting of the Oprah interview. But Viola also sent a birthday message to Lilibet very, very, very recently, so we can guess that she's still up to collaborate with Meghan. And that's why I telling you, this is the kind of players. I would not say that Viola Davis is a power player in Hollywood, but is a respected actress in Hollywood. I like her work a lot. I love her acting in the Suicide Squad, both movies of the Suicide Squad. But well, I can understand that Meghan is also interested in getting to work with Viola for one reason. You remember that she made this movie, The Woman King. Did you watch The Woman King? Did you watch The Woman King? Which is a title that doesn't make any sense, but whatever. The Woman King. if you watch The Woman King, and if it's like two conditions at the same time, and if you know the real story, what really happened, the based on true events, what are the true events, then you know that Viola Davis has not much of a problem, maybe twisting the narrative of history, right? So let's say that, okay, as an actress, okay, I give it to her. But as knowing how to, Lupita Nyong'o was the original cast for this role. When Lupita saw the discrepancies between the real life events and the script, she said, "No, I cannot do that. I cannot do this." But Viola went all in. So, well, you know that when it comes to twisting the narrative and the to your benefit, you know that Meghan can have a friend in there. But I mentioned Alicia Keys as well, that Alicia Keys was at the Albie Awards, and you can remember that this was this amazing concert, the Jubilee, that she took part with a song that was a bit controversial, the song Empire State of Mind, and everybody said, "Oh, she's talking about the British Empire, of course, how fitting." You know how can people be so, let's repeat that word, blockheaded in many ways. Some reactions from my Twitter friends. Meghan PR will claim she was going to attend this event, but she got stuck in California traffic after a milkshake run. Defenestrate, Meghan would love nothing more than to be at this event. This is how she envisioned her life with Harry at the A-list status like Amal and George Clooney. You will notice the Clooneys don't give Meghan and Harry the time of day. Not at all. They don't think about her. And by the way, another who was there was Anne Hathaway. You know that Anne Hathaway is a big fan of Catherine. And back then, this headline, of course, is quite a while ago. This was from 2014. She was even interested back in 2014, Anne Hathaway, on playing Catherine, her life, a biopic. She was up for it. I don't think that Catherine will be willing for something like that. But it's interesting how Anne is such a fan of Catherine. And I had to show you this picture of that event. I had to show you this picture. And as a movie fan, and you know which movie I'm talking about. Yeah, The Devil Wears Prada. That's one of my 10 top movies of all time. I have watched that movie like 20 times, 30 times. I don't know. In my opinion, just perfect. If you haven't watched it, give it a watch. My personal recommendation, that is just perfect. The Devil Wears Prada was iconic performances by both of them, truly enjoyable. And well, I just have to make this is my movie fan moment. And what's happening with Meghan is like Annemiek de Graaf. Think you're right. Looking from afar, it comes across as an overplayed hand, and no second game is coming up. They have ended up with people like Ellen, the well-known bully of Hollywood. In the meantime, they claim to be strong advocates for mental health. So odd. And by the way, my sources have informed me that Kevin Costner hasn't gotten out of the restrooms yet. He's still in there. He's not going out. And well, he knows what's best for him and his. Someone has to tell him, Kevin, the event is already over. You can come out. So he can go on with his life. The articles are already gone. Well, and supermodel Cindy Crawford was also there. Absolutely stunning, beautiful, wonderful. It's truly legend. And I'm beginning to name names because I'm going to say something not about Cindy Crawford directly, but it's interesting that Cindy was there because you know how this coincidences begin to pop out in headlines when you see that Amal Clooney, Cindy Crawford, and oh my God, Meghan Markle as well. They share the same favorite shoe designer Sarah Flint. Oh, this is incredible. Amal, Cindy, Meghan. Okay, it's like it's like Meghan has been planning this. Maybe she has been planning. Does Meghan scheme things? Does she plan things this way so much? I don't know. I don't want to think that Meghan plans things or tries to imitate people in this way. But it's like that scene in Beetlejuice. Do you remember Beetlejuice when Michael Keaton goes, "Hey, we shop at the same store." It's like Meghan is saying, "Oh, I have the same shoes myself. I like the same designer. That's great. We're perfectly alike." But just to be fair, I want to be fair with Meghan just a bit. 10 seconds. You know that two of my favorite guitarists ever are Joe Satriani and Steve Vai. Maybe you know them, maybe you don't, but for me, they are the greatest of the great. Okay, so it will be logical that I, as a guitar player myself, I will pick the same guitar brand of them, right? It's like you look up to your idols and you try to copy them or imitate them in some way. You want to play with them. I've always wanted to play like them, so I use the same brand. But in Meghan's case, when she imitates, we don't know exactly who or what she is imitating. So that's why, in a good sense, in a humorous sense, it's great that we have so many opportunities to say, what was Meghan thinking? What was Meghan thinking, and what is exactly she imitating or copying? But more power to us, because it's more meme content for us. And that is great.